What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back a little bit lit, okay, but just a little bit. A little bit lit with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, okay. I really wanted to bring it to y'all because I don't want to bring it to y'all. I wanted to bring this to y'all because I thought the episode was good. In a way, I don't even know who to take up for in this moment, but I got a little something for everybody, okay. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video. Make sure y'all like the videos so I can stay in the algorithm. All right, season 15, episode 16, The Last Supper. First of all, let me say this about you raggedy hoes. Y'all wait until episode 15 to come to us with something. Okay, y'all waited. You hoes been dry all season long, and then y'all decide to act the damn fool on this episode. Okay, see you next Tuesdays. Y'all lucky I can't say the word, because that's what I want to call y'all, a bunch of see you next Tuesdays. Because how y'all playing on our top like that? Okay, keep in mind that I just got back from dinner, and they've been keeping them coming. Okay, we've been, not they, but me. I bring me another round. Okay. So, anywho, I just kind of felt the way, y'all, and I really wanted to say that I was going to try to do it earlier before I left, but I couldn't. I had to hurry up and leave. Like, I had to get out of here, and these glasses getting on my nerves. So, yeah. You raggedy hoes wait all the way to the tail end of the season to bring something. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and get this started, right? So the episode picks up with Kyle and Dorit. They still arguing at the table, and how there is a comparison between when Kyle says something to Dorit and when Bo says something to Dorit. And we already know that, but it's like Dorit said, I don't trust you. Okay, so Kyle said that Bo's had a conversation about her financial crisis, and Kyle shares with Dorit and everybody at the table what Bo said. So we get a flashback to their conversation when Kyle was in the Hamptons, I think, and Bo's was, saying a whole lot more. So Dorit told Bo, she was like, I don't know why you're discussing my finances with Kyle. And Bose was like, look, it came from a good place. It came from a place of concern. Now, whether we like Bose or not, we know that she actually likes Dorit, and everything she do with Dorit is always from a concerning place. So Bose also tells Dorit, listen, I feel like Kyle was concerned as well. She also says to Dorit that this was a conversation privately, and Bose did apologize to Dorit and ask for forgiveness. Well, Dorit was accepting of it, and she was like, I forgive you. And Kyle was like, of course you do, and of course you will, but if I ask for forgiveness, bitch, you gonna hang me to the motherfucking cross. Okay. So anyway, Kyle decides to start it up again, and she tells Dorit, my issue with you is that so Dorit, so Kyle tells Dorit, starts kind of picking with Dorit again, and Dorit was like, listen, my issue with you is you're not coming directly to me. You're going to everybody else except for me. And so that's my problem. The difference between you and Bose is that Bose comes directly to me, where you don't. You tell everybody else. So and that's another thing. Kyle keeps saying everybody. Who is everybody, Kyle? Who is everybody? You've been the only one that's been really talking about Dorit, but I got something for Dorit too. So Rachel was like, in her confessional, saying everybody is pretty much dangerous because I don't feel how Kyle feels. It may be annoying to everybody, but I think that the fact that it feels annoying to the rest of the ladies, Kyle is using that as a way to tell Dorit, well, everybody feels the same way. Yeah, they do, but they don't feel like you feel. And I don't understand. If you've already handed Dorit your ass to kiss seasons ago, why are you mad because she's friends with everybody else? And I feel like you're mad because Dorit is gaining all of this friendship and from the different people of the group, and you're not anymore. You're not the center of the group. So Kyle sits there and throws everybody under the table, and she's also pissed because the rules are different for her, but not for everybody else. So Rachel said in her confessional they have deep-rooted issues, and it's odd how, for me, it's odd how Rachel can see that these two have deep-rooted issues, and she seemed to sort of have, everybody seemed to have some sort of grace for Dorit, and everybody seemed to have grace for everybody else in the group except for Amanda. And that is what I'm talking about. So anyway, I should have put this in a ponytail because I'm hot. Erica asked Dorit about her comment of her ending Kyle. So Sutton messy ass tells everybody in the group that Dorit said she could have ended Kyle, which that's not what she said. Sutton is putting more of a wedge, in my opinion, between Kyle and Dorit because y'all know she wants to be Kyle's friend so damn bad. And I was like, girl, why y'all got me taking up for Miss Kim? Hold on. Why y'all got me taking up for Miss Kimsley? Okay? So anyway, production goes back to Rachel, Dorit, and Sutton while they're sitting at dinner. And she says to them that she protected Kyle through the years at all costs, even when Kyle betrayed her. She said, if I take the lead, I would have blew up Kyle's whole life. She did not say she would have ended Kyle. She said that she would have blew up Kyle's life. So, Sutton, if you're going to go back and repeat something, make sure it's accurate. Once again, you're being messy, and I feel like they really need to pull her card. She pissing me off. So, anyway, Kyle thinks that she's the scapegoat for Dorit's misery. She also thinks that it was gossipy of Dorit to say those things, and all because she's not on the I hate PK bandwagon. And I don't think Dorit wants, she do want her to be on the I hate PK bandwagon, but you keep choosing your husband who chooses PK. And so whatever side Mauricio is on, so you can stay in his good graces, so he probably won't leave you, or you're trying to prove something to Mauricio so he won't leave you. It's beginning to extend in your relationship with Dorit. You're making her more of a problem. And I just don't get it. So anyway, sorry y'all. Get out my head. Anyway, so Kyle says, she takes this moment to be a coward once again. She tells Dorit that she wasn't trying to be mean. Then she dragged everybody at that table with her she like literally threw these people under the bus, and then tell Dorit, you don't have to be my friend. Like, you're putting the ball in Dorit's court to make the decision on y'all friendship, instead of you just ending it when you knew you didn't like Dorit from way back when. Anyway, Kyle tells Dorit, I have amazing friends. Okay, then go hang out with your amazing friends. Mind your business and let Dorit handle her own black ass business. Okay? So she was like, I'm done fighting with her, but you're still continuing to fight with her. She was like, but I love her and I wish her the best. So then Erica jumps in. She tells Dorit, I know you're protective right now and you're defensive. And Dorit was like, yeah. And Erica asks, I hope do you see that all of us all of us at at this table support you? And I guess never mind. I was gonna say we'll exclude Amanda because that's, yeah. So anyway, Bose asked Dorit what she need, and Erica said she wants everybody to come to her and be direct with her. Bose tells Erica then that's not enough. When that's a Dorit problem at this point. If you want people to be honest with you, they're going to be honest with you, and that's just what it is. Dorit doesn't even know what she wants. At this point, whatever her and PK have going on, it's bigger than this group. Dorit needs money. Dorit needs PK to co-parent with her. That is all of her issue. Anyway, Erica was like, that's what she just said. Like, she literally just said she want people to keep it a buck with her. So Dorit tells Bose, you have shown me more support than everybody put together in this last year. And Kyle and Erica was pissed. They was like, wow. Now I can see her excluding Kyle. But Erica, I think that's a different story. So Erica says she's beyond pissed and she's forgotten history. So we get a montage of the times that we see on camera where Erica has been there for Dorit. But I also, if I can remember, Dorit said last season or the season before last that they hadn't talked. Her and Erica hadn't talked in a while. That was my understanding. So Erica says to Dorit, I was mad and I had to wait on you if you want the truth. If you want the truth, I'm about to tell you the truth. So she was like, well, what were you doing? Dorit said she was, she was talking to her kids. Erica asked, how long does that take? We all have kids. Why would you keep us waiting? Because your kids are more important than everybody's kids at this table. And so Erica says, why didn't you send us a text and let us know that, you're going to be a while, just, go on without me or whatever the case may be. You could have communicated that. So Dorit was like, I don't owe you anything. Dorit, this is the problem. The people are being honest with you, but you're having pushback with them being honest with you. You don't want honesty. You want everybody to be on your side. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And that's not okay. If I'm going to be your friend, I'm going to tell you the God honest truth. And I think that's where Erica comes in. So Erica was like, you don't have to like it. She was like, everybody else not going to tell you the truth, but I am. So Dorit tells Erica, you wasn't here when I apologized. I apologized earlier. And she was like, I'm sorry. And Erica was like, it's not landing. Your apology isn't landing right now. So Dorit said, if you're going to make a big deal about me being late, and before she could finish, Erica said, everybody has an opinion at this table, but nobody's voicing it. And I have an issue with that. Even though y'all tell Dorit, probably telling Dorit in some type of jokingly way, and Dorit always have shown up late, but Dorit, that means you don't respect people's time. And you probably should, because it's annoying to people. So Rachel said she told Dorit, she was like, I told Dorit already, and she was like, I also told Dorit that I didn't like it. Dorit is going through a difficult time. Erica tells Rachel, effing, we all have pain. Okay, she's not the only one. So Dorit asks Erica, are you going through tough times? And that right there solidified everything I needed to know between Erica and Dorit. Dorit is so me-centered. She's so self-centered, me-centered, that she doesn't even take the time to take out time to check on her friends, because you're so consumed with PK, your kids, your finances, which is all valid, but you don't check on anybody else. Dorit has always been self-absorbed to me. Dorit has always been an airhead to me. And the fact that you don't know what's going on with Erica says a lot. And that's supposed to be your friend. But you want her to have all of this grace for you. You want her to hear you. You want her to take up for you. And that's not okay. That's not okay. A friendship is a two-way street. Anyway, Erica said, yeah, are you kidding me? I was like, wow. And so Erica was like, listen, let's not do the pain Olympics. Let's not compare who has the worst pain. We're not doing that. So Dorit said, I didn't know. I didn't know I didn't know you were going through tough times. Dorit, did you ask? Did you ask? Probably not. So she said, you don't share anything with me. So Erica was like, well, I share with my therapist, somebody who actually give a fuck. So I feel like Dorit does not take time to get to know the people around her, depending on who it is. She's so consumed with her stuff. And I just said that a moment ago. Anyway, Erica was like, she was like, so now you care because you're raising your voice, and I feel like you're raising your voice so everybody else around here can hear or think that you care. And so she also told Dorit, and next time don't ever tell me to shut up. So Dorit was like, well, when did I tell you that? Dorit, you just told a lady stop. Like, she didn't say the word shut up, but you knew what you were doing. And so Dorit tells Erica, don't be a see you next Tuesday. And Erica, she was like, I made that word or something she was saying. I was like, oh my God. And so Dorit tells Erica not to be Erica tells Dorit, you're an asshole and you are a see you next Tuesday. And Kyle was like, listen, Erica's stuff is all over the news, the blogs, whatever. And Dorit keeps saying she didn't know about her legal troubles. She didn't say that. But she was like, Dorit said she didn't know about her legal troubles or that she had a man. She only found out on blogs. So Dorit, when you found out on the blogs, you didn't think to reach out to Erica because you felt like she should reach out to you. Again, Dorit wants one-sided. She wants you to pour into her. Meanwhile, she'll treat you as is. If she's really, really liking you, she'll really check on you. I say that very loosely because I don't think she genuinely checks on people. I don't. But the moment you say anything about her, she gets really, really sensitive. She don't want to hear the truth. She don't want real friends. And I get it. Bows do go to her directly. But Kyle picks and picks and picks and picks. And that's another thing. And again, I think Kyle is mad because Dorit have other friends and Dorit ain't running behind her, sucking out her air. Okay? That's I'm gonna be nice. So, Dorit gets up out of her chair and she gets ready to leave. And she was like, I pick and choose who I want to deal with. She tells Erica, then tell her, listen, you can go toe to toe and lay everybody out here, but when I'm talking to you, you want to walk away while we having a conversation. So she left. So Boaz and Rachel, because Dorit had left, Kathy went behind her. So Boaz and Rachel asked Kyle, did you mean what you said about ending a friendship with Dorit? Kyle said, it's not fair, and she's really tired. So I told y'all, Kathy went to go check on Dorit, and Dorit was like, listen, basically, I don't have the wherewithal to be bothered with all of this. I don't trust anybody anymore. And when Dorit keeps being, what's the word I want to use? Universal. Instead of her putting a name on it, because you don't know the other ladies for you to trust them. You and Sutton just got cool. So you're talking about Erica and Kyle. And I don't understand how Erica catches all of these strays. You're mad because Erica is like, Kyle, I think she took Kyle's side, but she was still being neutral. She never stuck in. She told Kyle, you need to mind your business. She never took a side. And I think as she go through her thing, and I think as Erica grow, she gets more and more annoyed with Dorit and some of her antics. Anyway, I think overall, Dorit doesn't trust Kyle. And in turn, I think Erica is catching her straight because Dorit feels like she needs to be neutral or basically on her side. So Erica is sitting at the table crying. Now y'all know that heifer cries acid. And to see her cry is a lot because she doesn't cry. Before, but we haven't really just seen her cry, and I think this season we've been seeing that. And Erica, to me, she looks a little burnt out. I think between the show, between the legalities, it feels to me like she's burnt out. Dorit thinks that Erica is trying to be in Kyle's good graces, and I think we know Erica enough to know that that's far from the truth. Erica's saying, she don't like how their friendship is going. She doesn't, she feels bad for Dorit, but we all have things going on. And I think Dorit is really running this whole PK thing in the ground. And I'm not saying you can't be mad, but I feel like Dorit is constantly making herself a victim. And she has been doing that for 3 or 4 seasons now. And bitch, it's time to stop. Okay? Pick up your coochie lips and get your shit together and figure out why you're in an $800,000 hole. Girl, behind on your mortgage. Still depending on somebody to take care of you. Like, ugh. But you're buying Kelly bags, ma'am. And I get if you want something nice, get it. But not at the expense of what you have going on. That is not okay. So Dorit tells Kathy, she's not taking anything from anybody anymore. Erica thinks Dorit needs to listen and understand that nobody wants to hurt her. And they don't. Dorit thinks Kyle has turned everybody against her. And it's like, Dorit, who is everybody? Because you keep saying everybody like Amanda. You keep saying everybody like Sutton. And now Erica. And I think she said that in the next scene. But the thing is, Amanda, I feel like she said what she said. That was the only thing she said, and you took that and you ran with it and you harped on her and you jumped on her and you jumped down her throat. The same thing you don't like being done to you, that's the same thing y'all do to Amanda. The same grace that everybody's willing to extend to Dorit is not the same grace Amanda is always giving. I get she's annoying, but so is Dorit. Dorit is absolutely annoying. However, when it comes to Kyle, you use this lady as a storyline, so you don't have to talk about what's his name, Mauricio, your carpet munching girlfriend down the street. Like, you have used Dorit and turned this woman into your storyline, and you are being insufferable. And I really hope you don't return. I really hope that they do a big cash shakeup because y'all need it. Y'all really need it, and a lot of y'all don't need to come back. Okay? The Garcelle girl, don't give them no job on Lifetime. Anyway, so everybody has their confessional, and everybody's talking about the brokenness of the friendship and how the dynamics have changed and how the trip should have been one way, but it actually went a totally different way. So everybody's back in Beverly Hills. Amanda's husband is a contractor. Okay, he got a little coin. So we get to Dorit's photo shoot, and she's not feeling this photo shoot. But when Rachel and Bose, they arrive to visit her, they help her out. And I tell you, there was when she was sitting on the ground and she did that first one, it was the camera and it made her look old. But when she stood up and her hair was different and she had on an all black, I absolutely liked that. I thought Dorit gave youthful. I thought her photo shoot was really, really nice, so I wasn't mad at it. So they talk about the Italy trip, and Bose asked Dorit, why do you think things have come to this? Like, why do you think everything is like that? And so Dorit explained her side. Bose tell Dorit, listen, I offer feedback without judgment, but Kyle offers feedback and judgment. Here is another thing though, Bose, because I'm going to always bring up Amanda. When you talk to Amanda or you talk about Amanda, you just like you don't give judge, like you're opposite of Kyle. I mean, you're same as Kyle when it comes to Dorit. The way Kyle treat Dorit, that's how you treat Amanda. You don't even come with feedback. You just come with straight judgment. I don't understand it. Anyway, Rachel tells the ladies, listen, I don't like being grouped in with everybody else. So Rachel was like, this ain't my fight, bitch. I just got here. Okay? I just got here. I don't have time. Don't say y'all. I've already expressed myself to Dorit. Dorit know where I stand with it. But Dorit is going to do Dorit. But at the same time, Dorit, you got to be respectful of other people's time. Anyway, Dorit said she's really aggravated now because she never had an issue with Erica except once. And she feels like Erica is riding with Kyle. And I don't think that. I think after being in this friend group with y'all three, I think just assessing some things, she was like, okay. So it's a lot. So Rachel is with her son. I told you, everybody back in Beverly Hills. And he's gonna start working. He's 14 and he's gonna be working at the clothing store. And I tell you, that's where like those original shoes come from, where everybody buy those Jordan retros and all of that. That is expensive. Okay, I remember, and thank God I don't have to buy anybody's clothes anymore. Okay, so my daughter started her senior year, and it was coming up to the first day of school, and I uttered the words, you can get whatever you want, because you were the last and you are the senior. It's only two of them. And we went last minute shopping. Them shoes cost a lot. Okay, they cost a lot. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And then she ended up giving them to somebody after a while though. Anyway, Rachel said, listen, I'm not raising no spoiled brat. And to have Rachel, I feel like to have Rachel come into your store and shop and put it on camera, I feel like that's a win. Okay, I feel like that's a win. So she asked her son, how is everything with you? And I think this was the old Kyle. I don't think we've ever seen Kyle. We've seen Cassius and we've seen the other one. But she was like, how is everything with you with your dad, you and your dad? And he said, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just fine. Everything is fine. And so she felt like, I needed to check on him because I don't want him bottling everything up. So I want him to be able to say what he needs to say, let me know how he feels. So that's why she checks on him the way she does. So we get to Bose and Keely. Okay, y'all, what was that on Keely's face? I feel like that was a little bit of Beijing right here. I feel like he had that markered in. That's how I feel. So Bose is looking for a house with Keely, even though they're not married, even though they don't have a baby. She's looking for a house. She said when she left, when she was at his house, and he must have left and went somewhere. She said she went through everything. Why? But whatever. We go through stuff. We check things. If I'm meeting you and I'm new to you and I have not and probably will not touch you like that, I'm gonna check your medicine cabinet and I'm gonna Google your stuff. That's the first thing I check is your medicine cabinet. Anyway, she said that they're good with or without a baby, and she's just really waiting on a ring. So I guess we're gonna see, because I seen a preview for next week, and I'm assuming next week is the season finale. He's gonna propose to her. It's gonna be a mess because they're gonna get into it next week, and I'm like, really? So anyway, Rachel have her Studio 54 party. Okay, Erica, stunning, top of the list. Rachel, stunning. We didn't see the friends of. Maybe they'll come next week. But Bose was beautiful. I actually liked her outfit and her hair. Dorit was actually beautiful. I think I like Dorit's hair more. I think I like Dorit's hair more than her outfit. And I think it's because of the way her body is shaped. So when she wear those dresses, it does nothing for her frame. I hope I'm saying that right. So, Dorita's in the car with Bose. And Dorita's explaining how her daughter is having a hard time adjusting to school because y'all remember, Dorit and PK has always had their kids homeschool, which it's good, but at the same time, it's like, so I'm assuming they never put her in school since or a year before COVID. And so she got a call, and she said that she was having anxiety. And I wonder what helps. Like, if you homeschooled your kids, like, do y'all take them out on field trips? Do y'all, like, in order to build their social skills? Like, how, if your kid is homeschooling, let me know, how do y'all build their social skills? Because they do need to be around other kids. They do need to be in contact with other kids. Now, homeschooling is different, but I think taking them on field trips, taking them to the park after school, just having them meet other kids, it helps to build their social skills. That's all I'm saying. So everybody arrives at the party. This is where the episode ended, and I was like, okay. This is the end until next week. But again, you raggedy bitches need to be put on ice. Okay? And I say that with love. Okay? I had 3 drinks today. Patron drink. Did they have Patron in it? I like frozen stuff, so I like little Kool-Aid with liquor in it. But they was all Patron. And it was real good. And I was like, give me another one. And it was like $9.99. And I was like, really, Chili's? And then they messed up my order. So sometimes I get the bacon quesadillas. So he had to go get me a new bacon quesadilla, which he did not. He didn't have to. I just wanted jalapenos in it, but they put the jalapenos on the side. I was like, listen, y'all put the jalapenos on the side when I asked y'all to cook them in it, but it's okay. It is okay. He said, hold up, swole up. He said, let me go get them to make you some more. I said, oh, here, take this. Y'all know I'm not. He was like, no, keep that. I'm going to bring you something else. So I got a whole bunch of extra quesadillas in there that's probably going to go to the people in here. I don't know. But I only ate 3. And I got 17 million quesadillas in that box. So, yeah. A time has been had. I hung out with the people I love. A subset of people who I love the most. I used to work with them. They are my people. One of the ladies came in town. I had not seen her in 2 years. No, a year. I haven't seen her in a year, I think. And we just had a good time. Okay, we had a good time. These was my old co-workers, and I love, and they're not just my co-workers, they are my friends. Okay, I love them. I love them dearly. And y'all ain't need to know that, but I just wanted to share that. And so, because I hadn't seen everybody in a while, except for one, because me and her, we hang out periodically. And so, since I hadn't seen him, I was like, oh my God. And I got really emotional. Because I'm an emotional person. Okay? But yeah. I'm always tapped in my emotions, y'all. Always. I don't know why they singing like this. Baby, this hair gonna do whatever it wants. Listen. Bell Collective. I'm gonna give y'all Bell Collective tomorrow because y'all deserve a really good review when I'm not feeling good. You know why? Because I need to be in a good space to cuss Glendale the entire fuck out. Okay? So with all that being said, tell me what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. This is your girl Kiwan reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself. Hallelujah. And happy Easter. This is Palm Sunday. Y'all, I'm missing the 7 sayings that my church normally do. Anyway, this your girl Kiwan reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself. Yes. And I was, y'all, this little piece of hair is aggravating. I really want to cut all my hair off. One more time. This is your girl Kiwan reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself. And I will see y'all in the next video where I'm sober. Bye.